Okay, welcome again in our class. Again in our class. Do you hear me now? You hear me? Mnanisikia? Hello? Tuko pamoja eh? Sasa karibuni tena darasani kwetu. Naomba radhi kwa changamoto hizo ndogo zilikuwa. Nilichokuwa nakielekeza mwanzo ni kutafuta maana halisi ya neno congress kwa Kiswahili. Tunaweza kupata maana halisi ya congress kama nilivyoelezea mwanzo. Nimesema haya maumbo mawili yatakuwa yako sawa endapo pande zake zote za kwenye haya maumbo zikiwa sawa. Maana hiyo, kwa mfano, I've got this line here, AB must be equal to line PQ. BC must be equal to QR. AC must be equal to PR. So if those two lines are equal, so three sides are equal in pair, we are going to say that our two figures are congruous. Also, with the given angles, for example, this one is 70 and this one is 70. We're saying that this angle is equal to this angle. And also, let's say this one is 50 and this one is 15. We're saying that angle A is equal to angle P. Also, this one, let's say it is 60. Again, this one is 60. We're saying that angle C is equal to angle R. So, to get the definition of congruence, we're saying that two figures are said to be congruous if their corresponding sides mean that three sides from the first figure in a pair must be equal to three sides of the second figure. Why I say in a pair? I mean that side AB must pair with side PQ, BC with QR, AC with PR. If you look well, this one has got 8 centimeter, 8 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter. So angle 70, 70, 50, 50, 60, 60. So we're saying that these two figures are congruent because their corresponding side and their corresponding angles are equal. That is the lead definition of congruence. Okay, take a note. I'm going to lab and giving you some. So in order to prove that two figures are congruent, we need to pass. We need to be aware with the following. We need to be aware on postulates, proof, and the theory. Now, if I say postulate, what is it? If I say theory, what is it? So we're speaking about postulate, proof, and the theory. Those. We have got three issues there. So we need to speak about them. If I say postulate, if I say theory, if I say proof, what are the difference between these ones? But ili uweze kuonyesha mambo yako mawili labda ni sawa, lazima uelewe kwanza maana ya neno postulate, uelewe maana ya proof, maana ya theory. Lazima uwe aware na hizi sehemu zote tatu. Hizi ni sehemu za msingi sana. unapokuwa unafanya hesabu yako unataka kuprove mambo mawili. Ya kwanza hii ni postulate. Nisema postulate inamaanisha nini? This is an angle. Hiki ni kile ambacho wewe unategemea kwenda kukifanya. Hicho ambacho unategemea kwenda kukifanya. For example, nasema sum of angles in the triangle is equal to 80 degrees. Ndio umesema tayari kwamba jumla ya nyuzi kwenye pembe tatu ni 180. Hiyo that is a postulate. Sasa tupe ushahidi, proof that sum of angles in the triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Na ukishaonyesha huo ushahidi sasa utengenezee kanuni, that is a theorem. Upe sheria kwamba ndio ni 180 lakini umetumia sheria gani? So that's the theorem. So in order to build the theorem, first of all we must have the postulate, and then we have the proof, and then we are building the theorem. Kwa hiyo hapa lazima uwe aware na hayo maneno yote matatu au haya maeneo yote matatu. So by starting, let me write simple idea of postulate. So before speaking about postulate, in simple, I can say the fact is being proved. For example, we're saying sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. This is a postulate. We're saying that it is a postulate. Kimwambia mtu kwamba jumla ya nyuzi kwenye umbo la pembe tatu sawa sana na 180. Anaweza kukuuliza swali kwa nini? You must so hapo ndo unapoenda kujenga ushahidi sasa. Proof. So proof, we're saying that these reasons which help to explain if something is true. I can feel it. It's simple like that. Kwamba hizi ni zile sababu ambazo anakuwa anazitoa kwamba kuonesha kwamba hiki kitu ni sahihi. Hiyo tunaweza kusema ni proof. Kwa mfano, we can say that look at this way. You are saying that angle A plus angle B here equal to 180 degrees. Why? Because these ones are angles in a straight line. So you are saying that angles, sum of angles in a straight line. A and the B, they are making these angles in a straight line. So if I'm adding them, then this is 180. So this reason here, sum of angles in a straight line, it is the proof. Apart from that, we are going to make a few. For example, in this topic, we're going to deal with triangles. So we have got many theories which will help us to prove two triangles if are similar. For example, I've got 4 theories. This is angle. By starting with saying side theory or postulate. Side angle, side postulate. We've got many, I think 4. So theory is something which is proved, or a postulate which is proved. Kwa hiyo ile postulate uliyojenga, kile ambacho kinakusaidia kuonyesha kwamba ilikuwa ni kweli, hiyo ndio inabadilika kuwa theory. Lakini kabla sasa sijaanza kuonyesha kwa mfano sum of angles in the straight line, hebu tuangalie, nikumbushe kidogo baadhi ya vitu kwenye ulipokuwa kule form 2, kuna baadhi ya vitu vidogo ambavyo tunaweza kukusaidia. Look on the following diagram.
For
example, I have got here two parallel lines. They're just traveling the same direction. Let's say this is line AD, and this is line CD. But there is a transversal line which is cutting between them. Let me call this line PQ. Here I'm building now. They say this is A, angle B, angle C, angle D, angle E, angle F, angle G, angle H. So along of this angle there, we need to be aware with some properties, angle properties. Yeah, about angle properties. Angle properties. So here, you must be aware of the following. First of all, we've got an angle called opposite angles. You must be aware on this opposite angles. Baadhi ya sababu ambazo unaweza ukaenda kuwa unazitoa wakati unafanya kule proving ya baadhi ya vitu kwenye maombi. Kwa lazima uwe aware na hivi vitu kwanza. If somebody is speaking about opposite angles, what does this mean? If I'm coming on my figure here, the angles which facing each other, they are facing each other, opposite. For example, this angle, it is facing this angle. So they are opposite. But this angle here, it is facing this angle. Also, it is opposite. This angle here, it is opposite to this angle. So, if we are speaking about opposite angles here, we mean that angles which are facing each other, they are facing opposite each other.
Yeah.
Opposite. For instance, I'm saying that angle B equal to angle C. Angle A equal to angle D. Angle G equal to angle F. Angle E equal to angle H. So all B and C are opposite. A, D are opposite. G, F are opposite. E, H are opposite. That is the concept of opposite angle. So you may use it sometime on some questions. Again, I have got here another type of angle, which is called corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Which is the type of marking. Corresponding angles. They are corresponding. They are correspondence. Here, you're just looking how. What is corresponding angle, by the way? Angle which correspond to each other. So that correspond. Wanakaa kwenye maeneo yanayofanana. Wanakaa kwenye maeneo yanayofanana. For example, if you are looking about this angle I, it is sitting at the same place like angle E. So we are saying that angle A, angle and angle E, they are corresponding angle. So if one A equal to E. Again, if you are looking on angle B, it corresponds with angle F. If it's angle B, now it corresponds with angle F. Again, if you are looking at angle C, it corresponds with angle G. Angle D corresponds with angle AH. So those are corresponding angles. Apart from that, we have got another angle property. This is second. Now take a note. Another angle property, which is called alternate interior angle. Another angle property called alternate interior angle. This one. Commonly people tend to call them angle Z. The angle here is equal to angle here. So these ones we are calling them alternate interior. So from my diagram, if you're looking well, from our diagram, if you're looking well, I need to make here angle Z. If you're looking well, this is going to be angle Z. This is Z. So here, at this point, we're saying that this angle is equal to this angle. So angle C is equal to angle F. The reason behind is what? Because there are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angle. So we're saying that angle C equal to angle F. Again, the angle which is outside of this Z, this is D and this is E. Also, we may make here now. Also, they are called alternate interior angles. So here also I have got E equal to E. Also, that is another alternate interior angle. Another angle property, alternate exterior angle. So if you are speaking about exterior angle, we are speaking about the angles which is at the outside. So for instance, this H is equal to B. A is equal to G. That is another angle property called alternate exterior angle. Instead of here, you are adding another word, which is exterior angle. That angle G equal to angle A, angle B, they are outside of our diagram. So we are calling them alternate exterior angle. So if you are aware with all those angle properties, now let us go and try to do some problems, mathematics examples. Now let us consider some examples and how to prove them. For example, let me ask you the question. Example, prove that the sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Remember, one you need to prove something is you need to build. Unatakiwa ujenge hoja. Unapotaka kuprove kitu. So here they're asking you to prove that sum of angles in the triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So first of all, you need to think about the diagram. You know the normal diagram of a triangle, like this one. Solution. So before proving, you need to respond the question that you are responding that unatakiwa kubali swali kwamba swali limekwambia uprove. Kwa hiyo wewe kama mwanafunzi unapaswa kukubali kwanza lile swali kwamba ndio naweza kuprove. So here they are starting by writing solution. So you're just telling us need to prove sum. Before writing this one, now let me write it there. Look at the diagram below. Draw the diagram first. You know the normal diagram of triangle to this one. Mark the labels. Let's say A, B, C. The question is asking us to prove that this sum of angles, this one, angle this, angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degrees. How the question asks me. Sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So here you have, I have told you that unatakiwa kubali kwamba ndio nataka ni prove swali. Kwa hiyo kama mwanafunzi lazima ukubaliane nao. So utasema need to prove that kwamba unataka kuprove kitu gani? Unataka kuprove angle A kujumlisha angle B kujumlisha angle C. Sasa 180. So taking this angle A, ili uweze kutamka hili pembe, nimefundisha awali kwamba jina la hii pembe herufi yake inatakiwa ikae katikati. Ndio kuna njia tatu unaweza kuzitumia kuwakilisha hii pembe. You may write in simple like this. Mwingine kwa mfano nataka nitamke pembe A, sasa nikaandika kwa hii. Lakini mwingine yupo anaona no, hii it is very simple. Na hii huwa tuipendi sana kwenye hesabu. Always hata ukisoma kitabu cha Tai utaona wametumia hii ya pili. Ya pili, we are taking this symbol, ile letter, the letter which is on that angle inakuwa katikati. Alafu either unaanza na zile line mbili ambazo zimetengeneza ile angle, zile herufi za mwisho za kwenye hizo line. We have got this line here and we have got this line which make this angle between. Hii pembe A imetengenezwa na mstari huu na mstari huu. Inaonekana kwa rangi ya blue. Ya kijani so at the end of this line we have got letter B, and at the end of this line we have got letter C. So in order to name this angle, we may start with B or we may start with C. Unaanza na herufi yote utakayopenda wewe, lakini hii ikae katikati. So for this case, I'm starting by, for me, let me say I'm selecting B to start. So it is going to be B, A, C. Wewe unaweza ukaanza ukasema C, A, B, whatever the case, lakini ile herufi ya pembe ikae katikati. That's what's going to happen. So, for this case here, sema hivi sasa, manake hapa tunakuja kuziandika sasa. Sababu tunataka kuprove. We are writing B, A, C. I'm speaking about this one, plus pembe hii. So, because I'm naming this angle, tachukua huyu, ataanza mwanzo, let's say A, lakini huyu ndo namtaka namweka katikati, and then I have to put this sign, lazima weke alama hapo juu. C plus namtaka huyu, I may start from here up to here, kwa sababu na hii mstari miwili ndio namtengeneza. Atatakiwa kae katikati. Kwa hiyo naweza kaanza na huyu ama na huyu. So let's say I'm starting this B, C, A must be equal to 180 degrees. This is what we need to prove. That BAC plus ABC plus BCA equal to 180 degrees. Kama tunataka kuprove hili kitu basi inabidi tujenge hoja sasa. I'm just rubbing. Sijui kama umeshakopi swali. Hebu let me give you 1 minute to copy this question. Prove that the sum of angles in triangle is equal to 180 degrees. I'm going to copy swali for only 1 minute. Okay? Now I'm rubbing. Baada ya hapo sasa nakuja sasa kuendelea kufanya swali langu. Sasa baada ya kuwa umekubaliana na swali kwamba ndio nataka ni prove sasa. Unaanza ku prove. Kwa hiyo hatua ya kwanza umeshajenga hoja. Hii hapa ndio ile postulate tumeshatengeneza. A postulate, we're saying that sum of angles in the triangle is equal to 180. That is our postulate. Now we're going to the second phase, proof. We need to build the proof. Tunatakiwa tutetee hoja yetu hii sasa. Proof. Here, you have to extend this line here in order to build your proof now. Hapa sasa, wewe mwanafunzi unapaswa kuelewa kwamba nataka nijenge hoja hapa kwamba kwa nini hii jumla ya pembe kwenye nyuzi tatu ni 180. So, I'm just what is going nachora sasa, nachora mstari mwingine kwa juu yake hapa kidogo, ambao this line is going to be parallel with this line. So these two lines are going to be parallel. For this case, let's say I'm putting here other labels. Let's say this line is PQ. For instance, so I'm going to prove it. If this line it is PQ, now refer to what I have told you before, wakati nakuelekeza pale kwenye zile some angle properties, baadhi ya sifa za pembe. Sasa tukija kuangalia kwenye ile umbo letu, if you are looking okay, we have left with only 7 minutes to end up our session. Let me do her. Sasa hii pembe manake ni sawa na hii pembe. If you look well, these ones are angle Z. They are very angle. So this one is angle Z. Did you look well? This one angle Z. So we mean that this angle must be equal to this angle. This angle here must be equal to this angle. Because they are angle Z, we are saying that alternate interior angles. Must you tell us the reason? So here we are saying that this angle is equal to this angle. First of all, in order to name this angle here, I have told you that you have to use the letters at the end of these lines. The middle angle, the middle letter it is B, so we are putting B. First one it is B, and last one it is A. So we are saying that PAB equal to this angle inside. So at here, the last here we have got letter C, here letter B, at the middle we have got A. So we are saying that this angle A, but at the beginning we have got B, and at the end it is C. So we may start from here. This C may come here, and B may come here, whatever the case. And here you have to tell us the reason why. This one are angle Z, so I have to use that we must alternate interior angle. Again, look at the other side of the figure. If you're looking on the other side of the figure, we have got also another angle Z here. It's looking like this. So angle this one plus angle this one are equal also. This angle here and this angle, they are equal. So in order to name this angle, at the middle, we have got letter B, here Q, here C. So at the middle, there is B. At the beginning, we have got Q. At the end, we have got C. Must be equal to this angle here. This is C. So at the beginning, we have got B. At the middle, C. And at the end, A. So we are saying QBC equal to ECA. The same reason, alternate interior angle, because they are angle Z. Video. So we are building our proof. And also, look well at the top here. We have got another angle here. We have this angle first, we have got this angle second, and this angle third. So if you are adding all of these angles, they are forming sum of 80 degrees because they are forming on the straight line. So we are saying that this angle plus this angle plus this angle equal to sum of angles in the straight line. So in order to name this angle, we have named it. This is BA plus this angle here at the center of got B, beginning A and C. So we're saying that ABC plus this angle here, it is at the center B, beginning QC. So we're saying QBC equal to 180 degrees. Why? Sum of angles in straight line. Full stop. So first reason, second, and third. So you are concluding that angle BAC plus ABC plus BCA equal to 180 degrees. This is sum of angles in triangle. And you are concluding by saying that proved. We have already proved that sum of angles in the triangle equal to 180 degrees. So this is how we have done today. And tomorrow we are going to continue where we have ended today. I'm going, what I can insist from you, make sure that you are coming on time, mje kwa wakati, ili pale tunapokuwa tumefika siku hiyo tunapoanza kipindi, na ninyi kule mnakuwa mmeshajiandaa, tuende kwa wakati ili tuweze kwenda tuweze kusogeza gurudumu. Okay. Sina la ziada zaidi ya kusisitiza kwamba mnaweza mkashika vitabu vile vya TARI, vimeelekeza namna gani haya maswali yamefanyika na umepata idea tayari. Utajisomea unapofanya maswali mengi ya hesabu, ndipo unapozidi kuwa mzuri zaidi kwenye hesabu. So thank you for your cooperation today, and make sure that tomorrow are coming on the session very early. Na imani mtawahi. Asante sana. Isha.